Hey everybody, it's Car Ray Rob. I'm Ray.
I'm Rob.
Today we're giving you our before and after trailer breakdown for BRIGSBY BEAR.
Awesome.
All right, Rob, I think we found a weird one here.
Possibly.
Seeing the poster for this movie, it's scary.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool though. I don't know. It's interesting to say the least.
I could never hang it up. I can't have that looking at me. But what's this movie about? This TV show for one?
Yeah, the synopsis is a little vague but interesting. So it's about a TV show that was produced for an audience of one, James, whoever that is, and I guess it abruptly ends and changes his life forever, and then he tries to finish the story. So I don't know. There's a lot of ways they could go with that. Yeah. I'm not really sure.
Show for one is like odd. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, like were they producing it just for this one
literally
person?
One?
Or was it like he was just like such a big fan of the show, like he felt, what's the deal? So, but Mark Hamill is in this movie, and I think anything that gets Mark Hamill out of just being in a Star Wars movie is worth at least a watch.
And he is the father this time.
Grandfather, he probably is even probably more accurate.
Greg Kinnear.
Claire
Danes is in this.
Claire Danes, yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
So kind of a big cast. What are you expecting? Weirdness?
Yeah, I mean, judging from that poster, it's going to be a little weird. Weird is usually right up my alley. Now, granted, weird can go wrong fast, so
you got to keep it on the tracks. But
yeah, we got to see. But I'm really excited to see this trailer. So let's get to it and see what we got. I would watch that show. I'd watch the hell out of that show.
Reminds me of what, Theodore Repskin or whatever?
Teddy Repskin.
Teddy! That's scary ass movie though. This would either be my favorite show or give me nightmares. Might do the same now. Be stronger tomorrow. Doctor. When I see people describing the movie as deranged, I think that's a good thing.
I really got an amazing vibe from that movie. The quirkiness, the weirdness,
very weird.
It definitely very weird. I don't know if it necessarily answered any of our questions regarding the story.
Well, there's no dialogue in the except the last few words.
Yeah, there's a lot more questions now that you see this guy's living in a bunker out in the middle of the desert, and he's watching this show. Has he been watching this show his whole life? Have they been living in this bunker his whole life, and all he's had are these tapes? You'd think at that point he would have gotten through the whole show years and years before. So it's
unless
abruptly ends.
Somebody kept making the episodes for them. Or?
Is somebody making the episode for him personally? That's pretty interesting. Is it his parents?
He's wearing the BRIGSBY BEAR costume at the end, so were they the ones making it because they have the props?
So there's a lot of those questions that I think I want to know the answers to. But I will say, with as weird as this trailer is, it definitely falls into that. It's either going to be really great or it's going to bomb.
Yeah, there's a lot of room for boom and bust. And I feel like you're intrigued now. As soon as you watch the movie, you find out those answers. You might be like, not as interesting as I was hoping it was going to be and stuff. And this trailer is really populated with a lot of clips of the show, which I don't feel like there's going to be tons of the show in the movie. It's going to be his response to the show being off the air. When you're filling trailers with stuff that might not play a huge part in the movie, it makes me worried a little bit. Overall, I really love the feel that they were throwing out with this trailer.
Yeah. As a touchstone for the feel, one thing that I really get is a lot of the Gentlemen Broncos. That's actually a prime example of a bomb. It was directed by Jared Hess, who also did Napoleon Dynamite and Nacho Libre. It took that weird quirkiness of Napoleon Dynamite and just turned turned it into a gimmick and turned it up to 11. I have to say that this trailer sold me more than that one even did. So I'm hopeful that that's not going to pull the same kind of shenanigans.
I think this one did a lot. It gripped me, I guess. I mean, I found something really appealing. I want to know this kid's story because I feel like there's going to be an arc that he's going to go on. And they have such a great cast. Like, we even see, like, Greg Kinnear in this.
No, yeah.
Just barely glimpses of Mark Hamill and Claire Danes. So it's like, there's just a lot of intrigue. I feel like they did so little with this trailer and they did so much. Like, I think that's a really good trailer if you can do that.
Absolutely. I mean, it's definitely what I would call a teaser.
Yeah.
You said no dialogue. I imagine we'll get another one. I'll be curious to see what kind of distribution it gets. You know, we are kind of that part of the year when everything that was bought during Sundance is, you know, going to start seeing its release dates set and all that type of stuff. Of a lot of those movies that we've seen trailers for recently that kind of came from this Sundance class, if you want to call it that, this one actually I think has the most potential.
I just love that though.
Yeah.
They can be this movie sold us way more I think than those did, and they didn't have to say a word to do it.
Yeah, no, I agree. All right, Ray, so it's time to rate this thing. Midnight it, stream it, forget it. BRIGSBY BEAR, where you at?
I have about as much to say about this movie as the movie did itself in its own trailer. So midnight it.
All right.
What about you?
Yeah, no, I agree completely. I'm going to midnight this movie as well. I think it's interesting to see Mark Hamill in something besides Star Wars. I think that alone deserves a watch. But the trailer, it's weird. It grips me because it doesn't look like something I've seen, 20 times before. It does look like there could be real strong original moments in this movie. So because of that, I'm with you. I'm going to midnight it as well. All right, everybody, that's it from us, but we want to know what you think about the BRIGSBY BEAR trailer. Are you excited to see Mark Hamill in a movie that isn't Star Wars? Do you think this movie looks batshit crazy? Let us know in the comments below.
Then hit the like and subscribe button so you can catch all of our upcoming videos.
Until then, this is Ray Rob.
I'm Ray.
I'm Rob.
You started snorting heroin?
Let me tell you, don't do that stuff. When you're young, you're crazy to do that shit.
Well, what about you?
What about me? I'm old. When you're old, you're crazy not to do it.